country, producer Lebo Thinane of Morning Live caught up with the Oscar winner and had a chat with her about the film Queen Katwe, where she also had a discussion with the director of the film, Mira Nair. Let's take a look.
How can someone from here become a champion?
You belong where you believe you belong. Where is that for you?
Could you please show Fiona how to move the pieces?
In chess, the small one can become the big one.
Say anything you want.
Welcome to South Africa and to, Morning Live.
I'm happy to be here.
How's it been? Josie, yes. How's it been though?
Oh, it's like coming home for me. You know, I've lived in South Africa several years and I have deep friendships here. And we shot half of Queen of Katwe here. I've made several films here. And so I love it. I love coming home, and it's amazing to bring the film back because, it's a film that celebrates our way of life.
And Africa, though, is very close to your heart.
Yes.
Why, talk to us about that. Why is it that this continent that's always perceived as so dark is so close to your heart?
Well, I have, lived, I came here to make Mississippi Masala in Uganda in 1989. I fell in love with a wonderful man who it's been years, 25 years now. I gave birth to a son in Kampala, and gardens I've made, and schools now in Maisha, in our film school there. And, I have real engagement, real roots here. And this is where I feel at home. It has adopted me, And because I have a foot in Hollywood as well, and have been making films for 30 years, I see the paucity of films about how we really live on this African continent.
Why was it important for you to capture the true essence of what the slums in Kampala are like and not sugarcoat it?
Well, that is exactly why I have made Queen of Katwe, is because I live around people who focus on what they have, not on what they don't have, and who, literally bathe with half an inch of water in a basin but still wash hair and look as smart as absolutely the next person, without a trace of self-pity, without a trace of whining about what's not possible, And that is an inspiring, incredible sort of what we call in Kampala a lifeist attitude, someone who embraces life. And that is also the story of Fiona Mutesi and her world with chess. And so that's what making Queen of Katwe gave me the possibility to do, not just, in the way people really live, in the vibrancy, in the sassiness, in the music, in the humor, and in the pain of it, all of it. That is what I wanted to make with Queen of Katwe.
I read, an article that, one of the critics at the Toronto Film Festival was saying it's a very un-Disney-like movie. What do you say to comments like that? As if, it was supposed to tell stories in a particular way, and this one is un-Disney-like.
Well, I agree. It's un-Disney in the sense that it is not sanitized, it's not sugar-coated. I really loved that Disney completely trusted me in bringing them and this world in its truth and in its glory. And they did not pressure me to sugarcoat or varnish or pretty it, sanitize it in any way. But it is hard. In many ways, the values of the Queen of Katwe are pure Disney, in the sense of, David Oyelowo calls it a Cinderella story, but a Cinderella from the mud, a lotus from the mud who is a genius, as opposed to a pretty girl, and it's about it's about the people who it teaches you or inspires you to dream,
And it's so significant that it's called the Queen of Katwe, and the women in this film are so strong, including the wife in this character, where she says in the film, where she says, don't apologize for making the decisions that you did. Was that a conscious decision to say, well, look, she is a strong woman, but she must also appear as well? It's not just the mother of Fiona. There was another side, David's support structure.
There's no question. I mean, Robert Katende would not be who he is without his wife, Sarah Katende, who is a remarkably strong and very honorable, unbelievable strength. I mean, till this day, despite their modest living quarters, 6 of the chess pioneers live with their family, who is already 3 children. So there are no borders in Sarah in terms of being a mother to all the chess players in Katwe, which is saying something. But that's what Sarah is really like. And I made a short film of Robert and Sarah called A Fork, a Spoon in the Night before I did the feature. And making that film really about how they are and how he proposes to her, I love you 10 times, all those things they told me, So this Sarah's strength comes from her. And really for me I can't make one-dimensional female characters or male characters. I like to present characters to you in their complexity,
All right, Mira, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This year's gold medalist, Fiona Mute.
The children are blessed because they have a mother who never gave up on them.
Are you my daughter?
Yes, Mama, yeah. Coach, you told us to make a plan, but I fear things will never change.
What matters is when you reset the pieces.
She's winning. She's winning.
And play again.
Stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin.
Well, there you have it. This is the final show for 2016. And I believe Jackie wants to be a conservationist.
Yes, I want to be a conservationist. Right? Right.
I think
it's an epic way to end the year.
I think
I promise
it's an epic way for you to figure out new words for 2017.
I know. I definitely enjoyed that. I enjoyed being here with you guys.
All right, Smaga is standing by for the final performance of Morning Live 2016.